Today we'll discuss what making it to Masters Madrid would mean for the remaining 4 teams in EMEA, which could be huge since only 2 teams can represent this region and possibly get points that practically secures their spot for Masters Shanghai. If Karmine Corp make it to Madrid, that would mean they had one of the best 180s and rebuilds among any team, possibly ever. There's only 2 other orgs you can say might have a better rebuilds, which are Team Heretics and Gen G, but Gen G were once seen as a good team earlier last year. They just had a fall off, while K Corp was never seen as good. Karmine Corp also placed last during EMEA's 2023 regular season and had a 1-2 record in LCQ. But to go from that to possibly a top 3 team in the region is huge. Making it to Madrid will also show that Group A was in fact EMEA's group of death, since Team Heretic is also in the playoffs. This group of players are very young, which makes them even scarier. Just imagine how much better they will get over time as they grow and develop into better players. Even if they fail to make it to Madrid, it's kinda tricky because reaching this point is already a huge win for this org and its fans. They actually have a team to root for and have a good chance of winning instead of having a team that they watch for comedic reasons. They took down the likes of Foot Esports and Giant X. Both those series went the distance of 3 maps and some were pretty close. They swept Team Vitality, who people thought were a top 4 team too. It's going to take a team effort for them to continue this run. They can't just rely on Nerete's borderline aimbot skills like he did here.
I mean, it's just about doing as much damage as possible, right? The economy situation on Karmine Corp not that comfortable yet.
Such a good paranoia. And it's just going to stop them all in their tracks. They might be moving in one by one. But Narate is good for it! Oh, one check player after the other is in the highlight reels.
Especially since they're going against Fnatic. If they're somehow able to beat them, they may be seen as the best team in the region despite losing to Team Heretics. And if Team Heretics can make it to the next Masters event, it will just further justify keeping Benji Fishy and Boo, as well as bringing in Reigns and Mini Boo. Some may have thought signing Benji Fishy was a clout signing, but ever since LCQ, he held his own pretty well. This will also mean their scouting team is out of this world, because they will be doing this with a stand-in, mainly because Wu is too young to compete since he's currently 17 and would be 18 by March 16. I don't know if he would play for them once he turns 18, and if they make it to Madrid since the event starts on the 14th and ends on the 24th, so there is some kind of wiggle room for him to be allowed to play, but it just depends how much practicing they've been doing. And of course, they still have to make it to Madrid. It would be bittersweet if they miss out because they already had a huge bounce back and defied many people's expectations. They got 8th place in EMEA's regular season and didn't win a single LCQ match last year. However, this is a rare opportunity. Just because you're good at the beginning of the year doesn't mean you will be at the end. Only 3 teams can make it to Shanghai and then 4 to champs. Getting as many points as possible is necessary before the meta sits in or just completely changes with new agents coming out and map rotations as well. More reps at the global stage will just help this team get better too since they're pretty young. Both Boo and Mini Boo have been excellent for this team.
The fake teleport likely been spotted as well, so they know that everything's coming from the other direction, but that might be the 3rd kill that I didn't expect Mini Boo to win, and he somehow has. They're going to hear that player jumping through, and he hits every single shot. Mini Boo on fire.
To try to wrestle the control out of their arms. CNET, what are you doing? There goes the stun, he's out the shorty, and CNET, it's disgusting!
No.
Absolute filth! And now an isolated Boo. He's standing alone, taking head after head. So much damage done, but come on, how many more shots can this man hit? He's stuck in a... Never mind!
They're going against Navi, who looks scary once again, so being able to punch a ticket to Madrid might solidify them as a top 2 team in the EMEA. Navi making it to Madrid would be a great chance for them to have their redemption arc. Last year, this team had a red-hot start, but slowly became a team labeled as throwers. They should have been the 2nd best team in EMEA and put those one-team region narratives in the trash bin, but they got grouped in Tokyo and champs. Madrid could be the start of them returning to their dominant form. It would also further solidify that Artist was the correct choice. You can tell he's been taking good care of himself too, and those health changes are translating into clips like these.
About a quick kill on Kushner. The only problem really is that Yoru is setting up, and we're about to see the space taken on the site. The flash was
unreal.
Perfect on the dot. And the site is now fallen, all because of that. Viper's wall about to fall,
He's
and as
so
they
good.
look, the site, and it's wide open.
I know exactly where you are.
Gonna have to finish that soon. TP all the way back, but he's spotted the
here we
player.
go, finally.
Shoot me, here it is. Enzo's down, well handled.
I remember Dapper saying in the interview that cardio is great for gamers, and it just makes sense. The healthier a person is, the closer they are to reaching their max potential. If they fail to make it out, then I wouldn't necessarily say it's the end of the world, depending on how well they play. But it is a dangerous mindset to have since future spots aren't guaranteed. They're going against a red-hot team Heretics, who haven't proved themselves just yet at the international stage. Regardless, Navi is still seen as the favorites to win this matchup. Fnatic making it to Madrid will still prove that they are one of the best teams in EMEA and keeps their dynasty aspirations alive as well. It's kind of interesting how I saw some people in my previous videos say Fnatic can't be considered a dynasty unless they win champs, which is an interesting take and I don't 100% agree with it. I will make a video about Masters versus Champs events, but regardless, making it to Madrid will help continue Fnatic's legendary run. They didn't make any changes to their players in the offseason, and there's a reason for that. They can still do things like this.
The reveal, they'll know that he was tapping it the first time, the second, but maybe not the third. Nice reaction from Chronicle. A quick kill and a swing to close it out. What a round! A Red Bull clutch for Chronicle.
Panic. Will try his best already. One Alpha. He's just found two within. Still, the Viper's been scared, but Alpha's just going manic, taking over. Now Cinder tries to do it all on his own, gets above the pit. He's thrown a snake bite down to delay them at least a little bit, but the time is not even remotely close.
The only change they did make was to their head coach, since Mini wanted more balance between life and work. Failing to make it to Madrid would be the most devastating for a team like Fnatic. It would mean they're no longer the best team in this region. The aura of nearly being unbeatable that they held against other teams would not be as prevalent. It also may be the signs of another Valorant empire possibly crumbling if they fail to make it to Madrid. Their new head coach, Elmer Putty, would also receive a lot of attention for these setbacks too, since he was the only change made during the offseason. They're going against Karmine Corp, and they're also favored to win, especially since they got smoked by Team Heretics. However, against everyone else, they've been cooking. But let me know down below, who do you have winning? And I'll see you in the next video.